The real story behind A Nightmare on Elm Street starts with its creator, Wes Craven. The idea for Freddy Krueger and the concept of nightmares causing real harm wasn't pulled from thin air. Craven found inspiration from a series of unsettling news articles in the 1970s and 1980s. These stories reported the mysterious deaths of young Cambodian refugees, mainly from the Hmong ethnic group who had fled to the US after the horrors of the Cambodian genocide. These men died in their sleep without any apparent cause. They were terrified of their nightmares, refusing to sleep, believing that something in their dreams would kill them if they let their guard down. One man was particularly haunting. After weeks of avoiding sleep, he finally succumbed, only to die in his sleep as his family tried to wake him. Autopsy reports couldn't find a clear explanation for these deaths. This medical phenomenon became known as sudden, unexpected nocturnal death syndrome. Craven took this real-life terror and started crafting the idea of a killer who could attack people in their dreams. Freddy Krueger, the burned man with the knife glove, was also based on some of Craven's personal experiences. As a child, Craven once saw an old, creepy man walking down the street who stared at him through his window in the dead of night. The man scared him to the point where he couldn't shake the image from his mind. That unsettling encounter inspired the essence of Freddy's lurking, sinister nature. The name Freddy Krueger also came from Craven's childhood. He had been bullied by a boy named Fred Krueger when he was younger, and the name stuck with him. Combining the childhood fear of that man and the name of his bully, Craven created a character that embodied a sense of inescapable dread. The theme of the film, being killed in your sleep, is one of the most primal fears anyone can have. Sleep is supposed to be a place of safety, a time for rest, but in A Nightmare on Elm Street, it's turned against the characters. What made Freddy Krueger terrifying wasn't just his gruesome appearance, but the fact that he could get to you when you were most vulnerable. Sleep is inescapable. No matter how hard you fight it, eventually, everyone has to fall asleep. Craven used this to create a sense of helplessness in the story. The idea that something as essential as sleep could kill you was what made the concept so chilling, especially when coupled with the real-life inspiration of sudden, unexpected nocturnal death syndrome. The legacy. When the film was released in 1984, A Nightmare on Elm Street became an instant classic, and Freddy Krueger became one of the most iconic villains in horror history.